Having lived in Japan for more than 2 decades, uh, what would you say has added to your personality?
I have learned things with my colleagues working at the office. I have learned things with people living in the community together. There have been learnings all together. First thing is about I have learned a lot of etiquette and manner from Japan in terms of keeping yourself clean, keeping your surroundings clean, not throwing the garbage. Even if you're throwing the garbage, putting it into the right place. And so, those are very beautiful things. In India, those are not coming handy. It's a big problem. Then, like keeping my own attire, being like at least creating my own image. Uh, that's the second best thing. Um, in the community, at least, like I think I have adopted the way Japanese people say arigato gozaimasu or sumimasen. Arigato gozaimasu means thank you and sumimasen means sorry. Many of the times I start my statement by saying sumimasen, which is common in Japan. So my secretary says, why do you say sumimasen like a Japanese guy? So, but those are quite, uh, what you can say, the base kind of things in Japan. And I think those are some beautiful things. Like in India, we shy away from saying thank you to somebody. Or maybe we do some gestures, but we again shy away and we do half-hearted gestures. But in Japan, like those things are coming out very cleanly. Now, in terms of my colleagues, I can give you some case studies kind of. Like my first Japanese boss with whom I worked, he told me like, I used to remember things. So I used to, what you can say, I used to trust my brain. That okay, I'll remember. My first boss said, Yogi, don't trust your brain. You don't know when it will ditch you. So put everything in writing. And if you have new ideas, especially you put on writing. Because when you start writing, you then realize what can be realized and what cannot be realized. You understand the practicalities behind it. When inside your mind actually plays games with you. Even unreal things look to be real. Even those things which are not practical, they look practical. So that was the first lesson my boss gave to me. And since then, I have been writing. He said, if you can write in words, good. If you can write in diagrams, best. So try expressing your things into diagrams. And I think that's one of the best things that happened. Another boss of mine, I have written this in my biography. Another boss of mine, he said, Yogi, when you buy a camera, do you really read a manual before using the camera? So I said, no, boss, I've never read a manual. So, that's it. People don't read manuals. They want something intuitive. So from here onwards, whatever we build together, we build intuitive things. People must be able to use it just as they go. On a go, they should be able to use it without reading a manual. And that was one of the biggest learnings for me. Oh yes, so since then I have always thought about my IT programs, my banking procedures in a way which are easily understandable to anybody. Guessable. What's coming next? Kind of. So I think these are few very key learnings for me in Japan.
Right.